Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and we're going to go over the Set 38 Headliners featured card, which is a 97 overall starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, Don Sutton Signature Series card. This guy's a Hall of Fame pitcher. That's one of the reasons he has a Signature Series card. We're going to give him a proper Chewie review, but before we do that, I need you to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell. Comment down below what you guys think about this Don Sutton, if he'll make your guys' starting rotation or not, if you would happen to pull him in the Set 38 Headliners. Guys, let's get into it. Don Sutton. The feature card for Set 38 is the starting pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers, the 97 overall Don Sutton Signature Series card. He's right-handed throwing, right-handed batting. He has a 5-pitch repertoire that consists of a knuckle curve, a four-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, and screwball. I think this might be the first pitcher in the game that has the knuckle curve as his primary pitch. It's only going to go about 75 miles an hour. It's going to have a big loopy break on it. And he's going to throw his four-seam fastball, maybe 95, tops out at 96 if you're lucky on a good day. Then he does throw a sinker that's going to go about 90 to 92 miles an hour, a slider that goes 86, and his screwball, which goes 70. So he actually has a pretty unique pitch repertoire, so I'm kind of curious how he's going to pitch. He has a pretty good windup based off of his gold card that he has in the game already. So I'm kind of looking forward to this card a little bit, to be honest. I know that sounds a little goofy because he doesn't look like anybody that's going to be absolutely nasty on the mound. But he has a very interesting pitch repertoire. So if his price eventually drops when this Mike Trout collection calms down, I think I might try him in my starting rotation, just as a guy that a lot of people aren't going to see. And I think with the nice change of speed with his pitches, he can actually be pretty useful. Being this is a Signature Series card, we're going to go over his career statistics as a player in real life. He had a win-loss record of 324 and 256. He had a career ERA of 3.26, an ERA plus of 108, a whip of 1.142. He has 3,574 strikeouts. He has a 66.7 WAR. He won the ERA title in 1980, and he's a 4-time All-Star. He also was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown in 1998. So he had a very good career, a Hall of Fame career, obviously. That's why he was inducted and enshrined in the Hall of Fame. Let's look at his attributes to see how it matches up with his Hall of Fame career. He has 119 stamina, 94 hits per 9, 97 K per 9, 95 base on balls per 9, 88 home run per 9, 94 pitching clutch, 90 control, 66 velocity, 96 break. So across the board, he's pretty much an above average pitcher for this point in the game. I mean, the attributes aren't amazing, if I'm being honest. I would like the hits per 9 to be a little bit higher for a guy that's probably going to be more pitch to contact than a strikeout guy. Although he's back to that vibe of that Greg Maddux, Orel Hershiser type of pitcher that's just kind of throws strikes. He has a good pitch repertoire in the sense of he can change the speed of his pitches, but he doesn't throw too hard. I don't know if you want to have too many of those guys in your rotation, but I'm kind of getting that Greg Maddux, Orel Hershiser vibe, even though I don't think he's as good as either one of those two pitchers. Let's look at his quirks real quick. His quirks are pressure cooker, workhorse, stingy, untouchable, control artist, grounded, and knee buckler. So it's very important that he is knee buckler because a breaking ball is his primary pitch. It's also going to make that screwball hard to deal with. He doesn't have any of the other quirks when it comes to individual pitches, so that's a little bit of a concern to me, but I think the knuckle curve and the screwball are going to be very hard to deal with. They're going to have opposite moving action but go about the same speed, and you throw in that 94 to 95 mile per hour fastball on top of that, I think he's going to be a little bit hard to hit, to be honest. Especially because the card itself isn't going to be a guy that you're going to see a lot. I don't think a lot of people are going to have this Don Sutton in their starting rotation. I do think there are better pitchers out there, if I'm being honest, but sometimes if you don't see a guy that much, he's kind of hard to hit. Like Corey Kluber has really good nines and everything, but his pitch repertoire isn't like super nasty because he doesn't throw that hard. But whenever you only see him a little bit, he's a little bit harder to hit. He kind of hides the ball a little bit. But now that everyone has seen Corey Kluber, it doesn't matter how good his nines are. Everyone pretty much hits Corey Kluber pretty well. Everyone pretty much hits Newhouser pretty well too because they've seen the cards a lot. When you see a pitcher so much, you kind of pick up the tendencies and kind of how people pitch with him. And just seeing the ball out of his hand consistently, I think, makes him a little bit easier to hit. So this Don Sutton might be like a surprise guy in people's rotations that could give some people some trouble. But just looking at the attributes and his pitch repertoire, I'm going to have to give this Don Sutton probably 3.5 Chewies. He's just not an amazing pitcher. Like I said, he has that same Maddux, Hershiser vibe, but he's just not as good as either two of them. And Maddux, you can get in this 6-inning program as one of the bosses, and Hershiser's free through the Los Angeles Dodgers team affinity. So with that being said, I'm going to give this Don Sutton 3.5 Chewies, but I do think he could be a guy you throw him in your rotation. A lot of people aren't going to have him. He could be a little bit tricky to hit, especially if you're a guy that knows how to locate his pitches. Guys, that's going to wrap up this true review of the Signature Series 97 overall Don Sutton from the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about this card. You guys have a great day and be safe.